Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm covering for Jenna today, and we're going to do something a little different for boot camp. But let's go ahead and get started right into your march. Any kind of march that you want to do, just stepping away from your desk, getting your body moving, starting to change your mental thoughts, starting to change the way that you're breathing. You don't need anything today besides some space on the floor because almost all of our moves, literally all of our moves, I believe, are actually on the mat. We're going to get some great ab work today. So if you can already start thinking about drawing in from your center line, pulling in and up and contracting, that's going to really be helpful. We're going to engage the leg a little bit more, the belly, by finding a knee drive. So whether you're marching forwards or laterally with me, take a couple steps and then drive that knee up. Use your exhale for your knee drive, whether it's this forward and backward knee drive or you're enjoying this side to side lateral step. Up to you. I like to make this a little choose your own adventure. Let's get 8 more. 8, 7, 6. And if my pace is a little fast for you, I want you to move your own pace throughout this and all the rest of today's workouts. I put some suggestions of how many exercises we should be trying to get in during the interval back to your march. But if you can't get them all in 35 seconds, which for 30 seconds, 30 seconds, I meant to give us 35 seconds. Wanted it to be a little bit longer. Then just keep on going through our 15-second break. We're going to get 4 rounds of today's moves, but we're still going to be done in under 30 minutes for a great ab workout. So let's go ahead and make our way down to the mat, starting off with the soles of the feet side by side. Big inhale, bend your knees, stretch your arms all the way up overhead, and then exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Let's take those big breaths 2 more times. Bend your knees, weighten your heels. Inhale, stretch up from your waist to really try and touch the ceiling. Exhale, arms down by your side. 1 more time, bend your knees. Inhale, stretch up. Pull your belly in nice and tight. You can bend knees again. Can you enjoy a flat back, bringing your fingers down to the floor? Take a moment when they're there. Maybe they don't quite touch, maybe hands on your shins to begin with. And just bend one knee and then the other. Move your hips, shake your head yes and no. When you're ready, more generous bend. Fingers come down towards the floor. Release the knees and shins to the floor. Come into tabletop and enjoy a couple cat-cows right here. Just some rounding and flexion of the spine, some big stretch into your low belly and your back. We're going to get a little bit of back work in here today too. Working the front side, always so important to be considering the back side as well. They work together. They're like best friends. All right, let's go ahead and roll over on to your glutes. First move that we have today is a sit up. Sit up. What does a sit up mean to you? When I think of a sit-up, I think of the old school move where we're actually sitting ourselves all the way up and lowering ourselves all the way down. But I also know that that move doesn't work for a lot of people. That if you're doing that kind of sit-up, there might be a lot of leading with your chin and strain in your neck. So I'm going to change things already. We're going to go for a little bit of a crunch. If you prefer to do a full sit-up, then you're going to do what feels right for you today because that's what you should be doing anyway. Otherwise, we're going to keep the low back on the floor. And just like if you've done a fitness assessment with us, we're going to make it a crunch like that. So low back down on the mat, belly pulled in, nice and tight. You're just going to exhale and reach towards your heels, making sure that your shoulders and your head are coming off of the mat at the same time. And inhale, lower yourself down. And our goal is to get about 30 of those, I believe. Which is going to be hard during our 30 seconds. So do as many as you can with the best form you can enjoy. We start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So exhale up. Inhale down. I'm just keeping this nice fast count. So in 35 seconds, I should be honestly able to get at least 15. But again, if you need to move a little slower, or if you find that you can engage, move a little bit faster, then I want you to do that too. More than halfway. Just making sure that my head is staying in line with my spine. Woo! Let's sit ourselves up. Next up, we have Russian twist. I'm going to start my Russian twist with my knees bent, toes flexed towards the face. We're just going to rotate to one side, try and tap the floor. You can keep your chest nice and lifted. If you want a little bit more though, try and take a nice little lean towards the back, keeping your belly in. If you're leaning towards the back, we're not rounding towards the back. That chest is still nice and lifted and long. So maybe that means that for your back to feel good, you actually need to sit up a little bit more. It's starting to get warm. I'm going to take this sweatshirt off. I'm just going to tap that sweatshirt for this great big Russian twist. A little visual for you all. Awesome. Next up, we have V-ups. So we're going to extend those legs nice and long if you can, and then lower yourself down. Easier version of a V-up is just one leg at a time, though. So one leg at a time, lift that leg up, try and tap it with the opposite hand. I'm still really using that exhale to lift up, trying to lift the chest up first. And maybe you don't get in as many moves as I suggested. Maybe you only get in 4 really good V-ups, really engaging your abs. Maybe you're going for both legs at the same time. We got 5 seconds left. That one was not very good. I can admit it. I'm going to stick with these single leg V-ups. Our next move are toe touches. So go ahead, extend your legs all the way up towards the sky. You can have as generous of a bend in your knee as your body needs. Maybe you're even still in tabletop and you're just going to reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower back presses into the floor and your chest lifts up off the floor. I'm still trying to keep that C curve in my spine, so as I lift, the space between my chin and my chest stays the same. I've got lots of length in the back of the head, back of the neck, and it is a controlled movement, even slowing yourself down on the way down. Whew, we did a lot of abs yesterday for core and stretch, and I'm feeling tired. Our next move is a back extension. So go ahead and roll yourself over. We'll go through a variety of different back extensions today. Starting with your arms nice and straight, press the tops of the feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, kneecaps lift, and then one arm at a time, we're just going to lift an arm up off of the floor. You can find a little bit of pressure. We started, by the way, with the opposite hand on the floor, but keep squeezing your glutes, keep pressing the tops of the feet down, keep your posterior chain active as we really work to activate that back in these back extensions. Awesome. Next up, we have penguin. So flip on over again. Bend your knees. We're going to reach towards the heels, get some work in the obliques. Again, low back stays down on the floor. Shoulders are going to lift though. Here we go. I like to double exhale, try and tap that heel. Maybe you can tap beyond your heel. If you need a break, relax your head down for a moment and then find your exhale. Maybe it's even just a single exhale, one to each side. Maybe it's that double exhale. Just trying to reach a little bit further where your head's coming down and you're taking a break. I think it's actually a little harder when your head comes down each time. Oops, something popped in my back. Felt real good. We got 3 seconds left. 2. Awesome. Flip on over. Plank time. We're trying to make this 30-second plank happen. You can do a straight arm plank. You can do a forearm plank. You can even stay on your knees right here, maybe for round one, hanging out on your knees, pulling your chest forward, just working to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So we're not sinking into the shoulders, chin's not sinking down towards the floor. You have that nice, straight, long line in your active back. Your lats are activated too, drawing down towards your hips. And if you want, you can always press up onto your toes. And if that's just not what feels right today, release your knees back towards the floor. Maybe you're even just going for a couple seconds on your toes and then taking another big breath. Just make sure you're still breathing the whole time. Awesome. We got a side plank next. We're going to switch halfway through, but I think in the next rounds, we're just going to stick with one side plank. I'm going to make it easier by bringing my top foot forward and lifting up. Awesome. Top foot forward is a great option if you're not ready for this both legs long or both legs staggered. But if you need another option, you can go ahead and bring your knees down towards the floor. Maybe today you even need to have your hips on the floor and you're just working on opening your chest. Let's rotate to the other side. Get right into it, whether your hips are on the floor, your knees are on the floor, your top leg can be straight, your top leg can be bent, your bottom leg can be straight. You could have both legs straight. We did it. Lower yourself down. Great news. We made it through the first round. What did you think? Well, there were some challenging moves, but overall, perhaps a little easier than you thought. The circuits are short. Let's grab a quick sip of water, but not too much because we do have a lot of ab work coming up. So I want you to feel good, be able to breathe, and keep this water down. So just some teeny sips right now. A lot of times during a workout, when we start to feel tired or stressed, or usually we need more breath, we want to reach for water. We want to reach for those comforts. Go ahead and make your way back down towards the floor. Bend your knees. We've got our next rounds of sit-ups. In 3, lower back to the floor. 2, draw your belly in. 1, begin. So if I did this crunch, exhale up, inhale down. If you want to go for that full sit-up, remember, you are welcome to. Anyhow. As I was saying, a lot of times in a workout, when things start to get hard, we look for a distraction. We try to create an excuse for ourselves of why we need a break. Like, oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, there's sweat in my eyes. These are not excuses and reasons to take a break. Also because we should be working on hydrating outside of class and we're here to work out. Our bodies should be sweating. Break. Russian twist. Sit yourself up. Let's change up that Russian twist. This time I'm going to keep my legs straight. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Still finding that same rotation side to side with the low belly pulled in and the chest nice and lifted. And you have that option to lean back. I don't want to today, but I am still trying to tap down as close to those hips as possible. I am very tired and this is feeling challenging, but it also feels so good mentally to be moving, physically to just move. It's not all or nothing. It is what can your body do today. Every day is different. Awesome. Take a break. Next up, we have those V-ups. I'm going to lay back down on the floor. I'm going to be smart for my body and go for those single leg V-ups. So while one leg lifts, I'm actually pushing the other heel down to the floor. Here we go. Belly pulled in nice and tight. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, lift up. My chin is still neutral to the chest. So I'm not leading with the chin. On the way up, my eye gaze comes to the wall in front of me instead of staying up towards the ceiling. You're just working on lifting that leg up, lifting your chest up. We're still making that awesome V with our body and with our legs. I think this morning, this feels like the hardest move that we're doing for me. Yay, it's over. We got toe touches. Send your legs up towards the ceiling. Relax your low back on the floor. Once again, draw your belly in. We're using our exhale to find movement. Go for it. Touch your toes and slowly lower yourself down. Really think about quietly lowering yourself down. We're not slamming ourselves to the floor, especially if you find that you're not getting in a lot of reps. Get in more time under tension. So really slow on that descent. Oh my gosh, just found one of Sarah's hairs. I'm very good at finding Sarah's hair on me at the office. She does have a lot of long, beautiful hair. I like it on her head the most. All right, next up we've got those back extensions. So go ahead, roll over. This time both arms long, still pressing the tops of the feet to the floor. Squeezing your glutes, kneecaps lift, shoulders away from ears. We're going to exhale, draw elbows back towards hips. Inhale, stretch forward. Use that full exhale. And your eye gaze is gently going to lift up. Where your eyes go, your body follows, but we're not trying to intentionally put wrinkles in the neck, so I'm not looking up towards the ceiling. My chin is still neutral with the chest. The whole back is lifting together. Awesome. Flipping back over. We've got those penguin taps. If you want to try your penguin taps a little differently, instead of tapping down towards the heel, this time you can give an offering up towards your knee. Awesome. Here we go. I'm still finding that double tap. I got my palms facing up towards the ceiling. And you're working to decrease the space between your low ribs and your hips. So I'm like intentionally creating a little skin fold or roll. Isn't that awesome? I just made creating a little bit of a roll on your belly a good thing. We got a couple seconds left. Yay! And then we're coming into our next plank. I'm going to go for a forearm plank this time. You can do any kind of plank that you want to do. I'm going to stay on my knees because it's early and my body's tired. Great. Shift that weight forward. We got 2 more rounds of planks. So you just want those hips to be in line with or lower than your shoulders. Yup, lots of pressure either into your elbows, forearms, or wrists, which are stacked underneath of your shoulders, shoulders away from your ears. Oh, my abs are so tired. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Oh my God. Roll over. We got that side plank. Y'all, I'm going to be honest. How are you feeling? I've never been so sad that we have 2 more rounds left of an exercise. Go ahead, that's halfway forward and press yourself up. I'm sticking for this side plank this whole time. I'm asking you to challenge yourself and stay with me for 30 seconds. Which side are you planking on this round? I have my left arm down on the floor. I'm just saying it out loud. So as we get to round 3, I remember to put the right arm down on the floor. Yay! Awesome. Take a couple breaths. Maybe you take a quick sip of water. We're going to come right back into round 3 as soon as this timer stops beeping from our rest. And that means sit-ups are up next. So lower yourself back down towards the floor, shoulders away from your ears. Take a couple of really big, slow breaths. Inhaling in through your nose. Exhaling out through your nose or mouth. Set yourself up for success. You can do this. Plant your feet on the floor. We've got like barely 12 minutes of exercise left to go. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. That means I'm making my sit up a little bit bigger this time. Instead of dragging the fingers on the floor, a little bit more of a lift. Starting to feel more awake. That means we've already done more than 12 minutes of these exercises. If you are not used to doing some ab work, that's a lot. If you are used to doing some ab work, just depending on how you slept, what you did yesterday, what's going on in your mind and your body. That might still be a lot. Oh, thank goodness. Next up, we have Russian twists. Sitting up for that Russian twist, exploring the idea of creating a little extra balance. Maybe one leg lifts up off the floor. Maybe both legs lift up off the floor. I'm going to start with just one leg lifted up off of the floor in tabletop. And then to be delightfully even Stevens, I'm going to switch and I'm going to bring the opposite leg up. Still really working on keeping chest lifted and finding this big rotation side to side. But now I'm going to challenge myself here at the end, see if I can lift both legs up. If you lifted both legs up though, and your back rounded, which mine did today, bring your feet back down towards the floor, find that long spine, and then lower yourself down for V-ups. It's 35 seconds. Even if you do one V-up, you have done V-ups. Are you ready? Opposite heels digging into the floor. Using that exhale, chest lifts like there's a string. Pulling your chest sternum up, but chin is still staying in line with that chest. I'm using my exhale to find the lift. Maybe you even hold for a second. We're more than halfway through this move. Awesome, awesome. 3, 2, take a breath. Take a break. Toe touches, legs up towards the sky. Get ready. Low back on the mat, belly in. Begin. Find that exhale, tap, inhale, lower. We're doing it, y'all. We're filling out our fitness passport. There are so many additional exercises. 14 days worth that you can do. If you join me for yoga on Friday, we can consider that the meditation passport location in Bali. Whether you want to work out by yourself, take a break, or you're looking for that guided workout, we've got something for you. Go ahead, flip on over. Coming back to our back extensions. Let's extend those arms out nice and long once again, and this time both arms are going to lift up at the same time. You can keep your posterior chain engaged on the floor. Exhale to find that lift. Inhale to lower down. Actually, I like to inhale and find the lift, and exhale and lower down on this one. Sorry. Oh, I just want to make sure. Actually, I don't even know. Just keep breathing. Shoulders away from your ears. Keep your head in line with your arms. So you'll look up the wall as your back opens up. Otherwise, eye gaze is just gently coming forward. Oh my gosh. Awesome. We've got those penguin taps. I'm going to go back to those low penguin taps, working to tap the opposite heel. So rolling yourself over. We're getting some good ab work, just rolling over each time there. Here we go. Feet planted, belly in. Please do take the time, even if it is an extra second, to set yourself up for success, to have good posture. You need to focus on yourself. I'm making some great suggestions for these exercises and for how to move. But if your body's not moving that quickly yet, or you need an adjustment, and I haven't mentioned it, reach out, let us know. We are here to help. And take a break. Planks. Back to that straight arm plank. This is going to be my last straight arm plank, because next round we're going to go for that forearm plank again. So what can you do today? Even if it means that you're just extending one leg out long and then bringing it back in and extending the opposite leg out long and just trying to practice that plank form, finding your length. Maybe you can have both legs long, glutes engaged, back engaged, pushing down through your hands, palms, heels stacked on top of the balls of the feet. And even if you're there for 1 second, and then you bring it back in and you step back out. That 1 second is amazing. And next week, maybe it will be 2 seconds. Take a break, lower yourself down. We have the opposite side plank. Opposite side plank. So I'm coming over to my right side this time. It can be straight arm. It can be forearm. It's a whole new side and it does not need to look the same. Here we go. So I'm taking a modification here. I'm keeping that bottom knee down on the floor. I'm extending the top leg long, and I'm mostly focusing on this amazing stretch that's happening between the upper back and the shoulder blades, really reaching, trying to touch the ceiling, trying to keep the neck in line also, so no heads down towards the floor if you can. Create your length from your finger to your hand or your elbow, from your head all the way down to your foot. Yay! Lower yourself to the floor. We got one more time through. Last time through. We're going to get right into it after things beep. I'm going to face the opposite direction. Something to celebrate. Take a couple breaths. Take that quick sip of water if you want or need it. Last round of sit-ups. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. I hope that there is a smile on your face of pride for doing this. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So still just using the breath, still finding that C curve up the spine, but maybe you're starting to feel a little bit stronger or just more awake. You could be tired, but you can still feel a little bit stronger. Your muscles might be a little bit more in tune, ready to fire up. That muscle memory here by the 4th set is really building. You know, it's not building though, is my brain memory, because I just can't seem to remember what moves are next. Also, we've got a Russian twist. Any way you want to twist, I'm coming back to that straight leg option. Chest really nice and lifted. Ooh. Oh. Rotate side to side. Ooh, my upper back is tired. But no regrets. No regrets. So keeping that lower pulled in, lower belly. Oh my gosh. Tired. I'm dreaming about that coffee that's coming my way in less than 10 minutes. You could have some too. Awesome. Down to the floor. Last round of V-ups. Ooh, coffee, coffee, coffee. All right. Press your heel into the floor of the leg that you're not lifting. Get ready and go for it. Find your exhale. Lift yourself up. Slowly lower down. Ooh. How you do it at home? If you need to, if you're really struggling, maybe you're just lifting a knee up off the floor, trying to tap that knee, still getting a crunch action here. Something is better than nothing. What can you do today? What's our next move? Who remembers? It's toe touches. Legs up to the sky or knees bent in tabletop. We're still just going to reach up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Low back presses down towards the floor. Exhale, reach up. Really think about that low back pressing down towards the floor. Maybe you even bring your feet back towards the floor and you just exhale and reach up towards the ceiling. So similar to that crunch that we started with, but being smart for yourself today, especially as we get towards the end of the workout, you're starting to feel tired. There's always tomorrow, remember. But what can you still bring right now with the most mindful intention? What's next? What's next? Back extension. Go ahead, flip yourself back over. This time let's involve the legs and the back extension as well. So we're going to come on back to that W, but as elbows draw back, toes can lift up off of the floor and then bring it right back forward. Eye gazes to the floor Eye gaze is still to the floor, just a little bit more forward. Maybe you're gently looking at the wall or where the floor and the wall meet. If you're having trouble moving your arms and your legs at the same time, come back to just drawing those elbows back, just finding the back extension, keeping your feet on the floor. Penguins. I'm going for those high tap penguins again, reaching towards the knee. Low back still stays down on the floor, shoulders away from ears, chest is nice and open. Just making that big old offering, almost like I'm painting up my thigh with the pinkies. You know, I like penguins. I like that they mate for life. Does that mean that I would be a lonely penguin? I don't know. That's a sad thought. I want to be a happy penguin with really good abs. Okay, let's go ahead and flip over and find our last plank. Last of the planks. I'm going for that forearm plank, elbows down, arms in a number 11. Just lifting the knees up on, oh my God, I'm tired. Jessica, tucking those toes under. We're keeping knees down on the floor. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Can you? All we can do is just our best. Jump back in as many times as you want or need. I'm riding the struggle bus here, but hopefully someone else is driving. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. Last plank, side planks. In 3, 2, 1. What can you do? Maybe your hip is on the floor. Maybe you lift that hip up. Maybe that leg is extended. We've only got 15-ish seconds on each side, so it's a little bit faster. Here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Roll over or flip around to the other side. Last move. Get into it as quickly as you can. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Find your length wherever you are. Bring a smile to your face, y'all, because we are done. Go ahead. Release yourself down towards the floor. Roll on over. Come back into your tabletop. Give yourself a couple of cat-cows right here. Nice and slow. Push into your hands, palms. Find some big rounding of your back. Ooh. And then arch your back in the opposite direction. Pulling your chest forward. Let's take a couple more breaths here, just moving at your own pace. Totally normal if you like to take your cat-cow faster than me. I know I like to move really slowly and intentionally through this movement. And think also about shaking your hips a little side to side, maybe shaking your shoulders a little side to side. We did get some work today in the obliques. So that might feel really good. Let's relax the back a bit. Open your knees a little bit wider. Bring your toes together. Send your glutes back towards your heels. Extend your arms forward. Head, hairline can come down to the floor. If it doesn't feel good to have your arms extended all the way forward, take as generous of a bend as your body needs. Maybe even bending at your elbows, bringing your fingertips back to your head or neck and giving yourself a massage. Oh, that feels delightful. Come back to slowing your breath down, longer exhale than inhale. We really focus on those abs today, so let's bring another big stretch to them. Extend your arms forward if they were not already there. We're going to pull our whole selves forward. A little up dog, the pelvis pubic mound coming down towards the mat. Legs are straight behind you. Pull your chest forward. And then exhale, you can send yourself back into that child's pose once again. On your inhale, pull yourself forward. Push your hips forward. Pull your chest forward and through. Oh, that's good. And then exhale, send yourself back nice and slow. One more time, pull yourself all the way forward. Hips can come down. Awesome. Chin neutral to your chest here. Look over one shoulder. Ooh, look over the opposite shoulder. Go ahead, come back onto your knees. Walk your hands in. Tuck your toes under. Send your glutes up towards the ceiling. You can take a little pedal through your heel. Shake your head. Yes. Low belly coming towards your thighs in a nice supportive active recovery down dog. Lats are engaged towards your hips. Shake those hips a little side to side with your feet planted. And then walk your hands to your feet. Feet to your hands. Generous bending your knees, belly on thighs. Head, hairline relaxes down towards the floor. Weight in your heels. Slowly roll yourself up. Shoulders down and back. Awesome. Plant your feet once again. Take a big inhale, stretch all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms. Push your hips forward. Another big stretch on your low belly and into your back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Awesome. The focus today was mostly on the abs. So throughout the day, I want you to just give yourself some nice big stretches of the side body. Think about how great it felt when your hands were on the floor or on your desk and your hips just come forward a little bit to really create some space. It's also so good for elimination, digestion, metabolism. I hope that your hair looks as crazy as mine, that you feel as proud of yourself for getting up and moving. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.